I think Elemental Hall is back. And apparently it's the same as the other thing when they changed it, so yay? It's interesting, I guess. I think the Awakening materials, somebody said Awakening materials were only in Intermediate Plus now. So you have to do Intermediate Plus. And some people have difficulty with that, so. Yep. I was playing Zelda all day. I am. I guess main storyline I'm more than halfway through, but of all of the things, I'm like 25% through. I don't remember how many shrines I've done, but I feel like maybe I'm halfway through, but then there's a bunch of other shit to find and like neat side quests and things. And I don't know if I really want to like fucking damn it 100% this. Dropped my phone, by the way. That was the thing. I don't think I'll like go through the book and absolutely do everything, but I might just, wander around for a while, fight some hard enemies, and like try to find places where I haven't been yet and just see who's there or what's there, things like that, Just general like exploration and just do any side quests I find. Yeah. Maybe I will end up doing it 100%. I don't know though. I mean, I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna like keep playing it forever. I'm totally gonna slow down once I'll probably do most of the story and then slow down and then not finish until doing like a lot of the other shit. Like I'm gonna save the ending for the end, because I mean I don't even know if you can continue on after defeating Ganon. It's a Zelda game. That's in the story. But yeah. It might be possible, but I really don't know. I don't know anything about the ending because I don't want to spoil myself on it. I want to find it, I haven't even been to Hyrule Castle yet. That's not really a spoiler either. Of course there's Hyrule Castle. Of course there's a castle. It's a Zelda game. There's Ganon. There's a princess. It's a Zelda game. There's Link. He's great. It's great. It's a great goddamn game. Okay. Friend of mine just bought the Switch and a new copy of Breath of the Wild, so he has to redo like 24 hours of gameplay. So that's interesting though. He was streaming it actually. Check him out on Twitch. Devi. I want to just say it's Devi Star, DEVVY STAR. It's Devi something. I don't know. He's a cool dude though. He does like Smash 4, and now he's doing Breath of the Wild. Not many people watched him though. But I had him on for a bit while I was doing the grindy kind of RNG manipulation stuff. And there's really like there's a lot of exploit you can do with saving and reloading, because enemy positions, actually I discovered this, enemy positions reset after reload. Enemies, they don't stay alive. Any enemy that has died will not stay alive, or will not come back until a certain event that I won't spoil. But if they've died, they're gone. But if you reload the game, they'll reappear in their spot. Every enemy has its own spot. Enemies aren't randomly generated. If you save and reload, they'll just appear there. So if I'm getting like bodied by like 10 different like really high level guys or whatever, I can just save and reload, and then I'm in exactly the same situation. Everyone who I've already killed is already dead, but I have time to recuperate, heal up, and hopefully take on less enemies at a time. So it's good. It's great. Yeah. I like collecting the armor sets too. I think I want to find the shrines on my own, but the shrines that have to do with armor sets, I might look up. Or I might just, honestly, I might just look at the map and see where the shrines are. Just get a general idea of any I missed after I've done everything else. Yeah, I feel like I want to do all the shrines. I want to do all the shrines because the shrines are just fun to do. I won't really look up any instructions on how to do them, but I think it's fine to look up where they are. I spent $15 on this book. I might as well use it. The official guidebook. It's now like it's $30 or even like 35 or something. Now on Amazon, but because I pre-ordered it, I got it kind of cheaper, which is nice. I was hoping that she would do like 7 or 6, but she didn't. We might still get a debuff. Okay, we didn't. Or a field, sorry. I always say debuff instead of field. I mean, it's removing the buff, but they're functionally different things. Whatever. What time is it? I'm not wearing my watch. If I get a notification, you'll hear it. Unless it's... Oh, no, you won't. I have it off. I actually would have got... I did get a notification. You just didn't hear it, though, because I have Do Not Disturb on. I just took Do Not Disturb off. I don't need to do that. Well, now my watch isn't charging, so that doesn't actually matter. But... Okay. Yep. I've been playing more Zelda. That's about all you need to know. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but at the same time... Well... No... I don't know. There's like a minor gripe I have, but it's kind of spoiler territory. It's a little repetitive, I think I'll say. Because there are like, it's a Zelda game and there are dungeons, and it's not the same dungeon formula as the old games, which is good, but all of the dungeons in the game have the same formula. Honestly, I enjoy doing the shrines more than doing the proper dungeons. They're still fun, but it gets old, and you can still do them in any order you want. Like I had a glance at the recommended order in the guidebook through the walkthrough, and that's not at all how I did it. I must have went with the common first dungeon because my friend had done the same, and I think that's just because it's near the area that they put you at. But the second one I went to, I went because I wanted to go to that area. Because like I wanted to follow up on one of the first places I had been to after leaving the starting area. So I was in the like you can't leave the starting area until you do something or whatever. And then I just picked a direction because I liked the scenery, and I was like, what the hell is this way? And then I went that way, and I saw some things, and I did some things, and then I died, and then I was like, I should come back here with better weapons, and also, like, there was story shit that I was supposed to do in a different direction, so I was like, alright, we'll go that way, and we'll do that, we'll do all the story shit, and I did that, and then it said I could go, to any of the dungeon areas, any of the major story areas, and I guess I went to the closest one, which is the recommended first one, and just the first one that I think anybody does because it is the closest one. But then after that, again, I just went. I wanted to go back and follow up on that first place I had seen because it was interesting. There were the cool things over there, I guess. So I went back over there and I followed through and I explored more, and then I found the story part. So I did it a little bit out of order from the recommended order, but it doesn't matter. There is no order. It's like there's just a common order because there's the first one you go to, and then the closest one to that, and then the closest one to that. You know, if you just start going in a circle, there's the order that you go in that way. You know, and that that works, but they're not like none of them are more difficult than the other ones. It just happens to be that that's kind of the order they go in. But yeah, so I think that's all I really had to say. No, I don't like how repetitive they are. Even the kind of way you approach it tends to be repetitive. Like there's a set formula, which I guess is neat, but I don't want to say anything on what the formula is. But yeah, they're all kind of the same. There's a gimmick to each of them, which is neat. But they all work the same way. I don't know. They're completely optional too. I don't even have to do the last dungeon. I don't have to do any of the dungeons. If I go, I can just storm Hyrule Castle, and I know just exploring and talking to people, I found somebody who just goes to Hyrule Castle, so I learned a few ways to sneak in, or different ways to do it, just to get in there. So I could go in there. I might just because I'm nearby. I won't finish the game, but where I am now is nearby, so I might actually go and check that out, see what's over there. Because I've got a good amount of, and I could just finish the game right now. I feel comfortable with my weapon and armor sets, No, I do want to see the rest of them and upgrade them and things like that. Which is a thing. You can upgrade your armor. Won't say how, but you can do it. Oh man. Oh wow, are we actually not gonna do this in 2 tries? I guess, I maybe I messed up somewhere, but I guess it's possible. Unless she ends up being really fucking... No, this won't work. This won't work. She's gonna die. Okay. She's gonna die. Let's just flee. She's almost dead. Whatever. Yep, Zelda's a good game. Go out, play it. Get a Switch, get a Wii U. No, get a Switch. Get a Switch. If you have a Wii U, get Breath of the Wild. If you have neither, get a Switch. Well, wait on getting a Switch because the price might drop. I don't know when, but the price might drop. And also, there should be more games coming eventually. Even later in the month, I think there was Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac is coming later in the month. One of those games. So that's neat. That's all I really know. And eventually, new Mario game eventually, which is good. What else is there? Skyrim's coming sometime this year. Also good. It was in the launch trailer, but not actually in the launch. Very dumb. Had a slow launch. The Switch definitely had a slow launch. People are having a lot of problems too. But I mean, that just fucking happens with everything. It's just whatever, all of the complaints that people are having about the Switch are the same that the other main consoles had in the past, faulty systems because it's the first batch they'll fix their problems. And they're saying like it's too expensive, but at the same time, you know, like people compare like PS4 prices now to Switch prices now, but the Switch just launched at PS4 at launch was also ridiculously expensive. So you know, whatever. I'm just like, I'm a little brain dead now. Just a hair, just a little, just a dash, just a speck. I might just end this. I think we're like 15, 16 minutes ish, I want to say. I mean, last episode went pretty long, which is good. Last episode I had a guest on who didn't really talk that much, but it helped inspire me to talk. I guess just he helped the process along for me to be able to land on a subject that I can talk about, which was good. I didn't get too many like responses to that. I don't know. I think one person commented bastard. I'm not entirely sure why, but they just commented bastard. Maybe there were more comments. Maybe that was like a reply? I don't think... I think it just said bastard. Little confusing. But... yeah. I mean, am I the best? I don't know. I don't mean to offend anyone. And I feel like I said that before. But, I don't know. I don't like offending people. I don't like insulting people. I only insult people when they're being stupid in front of me. You know? Not when they've been stupid in the past, but when they're being stupid in front of me. You know? That's about it. I don't get on people for like what they believe or what they've done, unless it's something that's harming other people or themselves. But I don't really give a shit about all that. But if you're saying some really stupid shit, like to my face, I'm gonna tell you that you're saying some really stupid shit. If you don't believe me, then I can explain to you how it's stupid, or maybe I'm wrong, and I'm open to that. If I end up being wrong, which happens, always happens. I had a nice big argument, not even that big of it, just a little back and forth about the sandwich thing. At first it was in the comments, and then it changed actually to a private line conversation. Of course, the sandwich thing being our hot dog sandwiches, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's so dumb. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird argument because it's a definitions argument, but then it also pulls in, like, you know, people try to pull in, what's the word? Etymology, I think. Etymology, I think that's the study of word usage and origin, things like that. So it's like, yeah, you don't call a hot dog a sandwich, but does that really disqualify it from being a sandwich? You know? Like I mentioned subs because people will say subs as sandwiches. Like, it's a sub sandwich, you know? It's a like, it's more likely to be called a sandwich, even though it's weird, and not in exactly the same way. And the weird thing about the sub is, of course, it's one continuous piece of bread sometimes, you know? Like, the only real reason it went to a private conversation was because I had sent pictures, and one picture of a sub where the bread's disconnected, and one picture of a sub where it's connected. And of course, where it's disconnected, it's a sandwich, and where it's connected, it's not. So I also made a little video about this, put it on my other channel that nobody's really subscribed to, but I sent a link in the Zeke chat online, which my line ID is in the description if you want to join that. But yeah, I sent a link to that. I feel like one person watched it. I think I just sent that at a bad time and nobody gave a shit. But I made a video. I made a video showing my mom a sandwich that I had made. It was just peanut butter and honey because I don't know. I wanted to eat something simple. But I told her that it wasn't a sandwich because it wasn't a sandwich because what I had done was I had taken one piece of bread, folded it in half, put honey on one side, put peanut butter on the other, and folded it in half, and then explained to her how it wasn't a sandwich. And then I tore the bread at the seams, and then told her that it was now a sandwich. The difference between these two is if the bread is connected, which is ridiculously stupid, just absolutely stupid. And it like a sub is a sandwich, hot dog is a sandwich. Burgers are most definitely a sandwich. Burgers are by definition a sandwich. If you're going by two pieces of bread with shit in the middle, not actual shit, not feces, but things, food items in the middle, then burgers are most definitely a sandwich. It was talked about the like how the bread is a bread roll. It's called like a bread roll and not a loaf of bread, like a slice from a loaf of bread, but a bread roll is a loaf of bread. Loaf literally just means bread. A loaf is just the quantity of bread that was made as a whole is called the loaf. So when you put the shit in the oven to bake it, the thing that comes out is a loaf of bread, no matter the shape, no matter the size. It's called a loaf of bread. And when you cut it, you now have slices of that loaf of bread, So a cut up bread bun is now 2 slices of a loaf. It's just from the definition of slice, because slice just means something that was cut from something else. So a slice of pizza, you cut the slice out. A slice of pie, you cut it out. You have to cut it, Yeah. Hot dog being a sandwich is complicated. If you rip the bun in half, you've now got a sandwich, Yeah. Burger's definitely a sandwich. Subs apparently sometimes a sandwich. I think that at all times they should be considered a sandwich. There was some sort of weird court order or court ruling because there was like a taco place or something, and there was another sandwich joint that had a thing that was like there can't be other sandwich joints in the place. So then they ruled that the Mexican foods weren't actually sandwiches. So weirdly enough, the audio dies like right there on the video track and the backup audio track that I do, but it's fine because I'm seconds away from ending the episode proper anyway. So take care of yourself.